With the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event nearing its end, let's talk about what's next for Raid. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and I'm going to make some predictions for what's coming in Raid in the next couple of months. This is not fact. I have no insider information. I am not a part of the official content creator program, so I literally don't know anything, but what I do know is history and kind of what direction we can expect things to start to go. I do suspect there may be some kind of another fusion coming up. That's pretty obvious. That's low-hanging fruit. I don't know when that would be. I probably suspect that it wouldn't necessarily be themed one. It might just be another fusion sometime at the around Thanksgiving time frame, so end of November. But then I suspect the next fusion, the one that'll be in December sometime, will probably be a Christmas themed one, which there always is a Christmas themed one. I don't know what one we will go with, but they've done some really interesting things. So last year we had the Christmas fusion, which I think was Lady Noel, but I might be getting that may have been 2 years ago. I don't remember for sure. But what I do know for sure is that last year they brought in Bells. Yeah, there he is, Bells. Bells the Reckoner. This was a Christmas themed fusion. Yep, you can see there's the Christmas stuff on the back. So, sorry, not fusion. You guys are going to yell at me. It was not a fusion. This was a guaranteed from, I think, a Deck of Fate, I think it was, that I ended up doing. And I suspect that we can look forward to that kind of stuff. Now, that's the obvious stuff, right? A new fusion, a Christmas-themed fusion, and then probably something, maybe a guaranteed champion or something along those lines. That's what we can kind of expect around the holidays. But what else can we expect? Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. And this is the important part. This is why I refused to go below 50 primals. Now, by the way, I did some math. If I was to pull all of my primals and I think do a little bit of dungeon divers or something like that, I would be able to get the soul for Leonardo. Leonardo is very good. 5-star souls are very good. I am not going to do that. I like Leonardo, but I would prefer a mythical champion over a 5-star soul for Leonardo any day of the week, right? Mythicals are OP. I'm not going to risk. I was bad enough I pulled a couple primals in my most recent video. I'm not going to continue to pull those. Even though it can guarantee me a 5-star soul, it's important to remember that 5-star soul will still be available in the altar, right? We can no longer get the champions, but if you have the champions, you will be able to get the souls for those champions. Plarium said it themselves. So that was in a recent post on Discord even. So it's very important to remember that so you can make your appropriate decision. I went ahead and got the champion. I did do a little bit of extra to get the mythical materials, which allows us to craft one more mythical, which we can do in this video. I don't mind doing that in this video. We'll do it at the end. But I'm going to save my primals because I know that whether it's Black Friday or Christmas, they are going to do a primal event. They've always, I say always, it's not always, but they did that last year. I believe they did it the year before, but Black Friday and Christmas is usually where we see those types of events. And then they kind of happen around every 6 months or so, depending. So, well, 6 months is probably a little too much, but it's a couple, they just kind of throw them in there, but Black Friday and Christmas are their big times. We also know that their Black Friday deals will be coming out in game, and this is important. So if you're in a position right now, and I understand that there's still, you may have already done so, but if you're still undecided about chasing for the soul or pulling more to chase for other stuff in this path, please remember that Black Friday deals are coming. And those deals are pretty dang good when you consider the averages of things. Very, very rarely are there ever primals for less than $5 a primal. You can find them for less than $5 usually during the Black Friday deals. So if it's a question of, do I want to spend money now and get a soul for Leonardo, or do I want to spend money later on a good deal where I'm getting more bang for my buck and allow me to potentially get a mythical champion, I think that's the better trade-off. So I'm not going to purchase, and you guys have seen me not be afraid to buy stuff lately. I'm not going to purchase anything for this particular event just to get the soul. Souls are great. Leonardo's great. Probably should be building and using him. But for me, and this is an important distinction as well, not that they're the same and not that one is better than the other, but I do have one of my only 2 legendary 6-star ascended champions. One of them is a Harima, right? Harima is a defense-based nuker, so is Leonardo. They're both Shadowkin. If I'm gonna pick between one, I'm not saying I always have to, but if I'm gonna pick between one, I'm probably gonna pick the Harima, who has a 6-star blessing, over a 5-star blessing on Leonardo. So that's kind of what led my decision. You guys can disagree with me all you want and say Leonardo's better than Harima. That's probably true. He's a void. I'm not going to argue that. I haven't really compared them apples to apples. But for me and my money, it's just, and literally my money, it's just not worth it for me to invest any more into that 5-star soul than what I have currently done. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the future of raid, and that is relevant to the future of raid because it can affect your decisions today. So for me, I'm going to save that. Any money that I was willing to put towards a soul for Leo, I can hold on to that money, and then I can use that money when really good Black Friday, Cyber Monday, good deals come in Raid Shadow Legends, and prepare me for any potential 2x primals for mythicals, any potential guaranteed champions in the holidays if they do some, right? Like, I can prepare myself, and now is the time to start preparing. So what's very interesting, if we kind of look at the event schedule right now, you can see we have some of our normal rotation of things. So we have our Gear Ascension tournament coming up, no Prism Crystal in there or Prism related stuff in there. We have a champion training tournament without any type of fusion or anything associated with it. Why do I bring these up? These are important to bring up because that shows there's no additional fusion coming up. There's nothing kind of on the horizon as far as in the next few days. There's nothing too crazy. Do have a chance for more mythical, but that's going to be winning the tournament, which I'm not going to do. So I'll probably do the Gear Ascension tournament, but this is the time to really start to save your resources. Start saving your gems. I don't recommend saving your energy. If you want to be efficient, if efficiency matters for you, I wouldn't save your energy. I would continue to use that. But if you're a low quantity player, like if you don't play a lot and you're kind of more casual, it might be good to let that energy save then if you're not going to let your game run by itself all day like I do. Like when I go to work, I set up RSL Helper, I tell it to run all day, and every time I get enough energy to do a dungeon, it does that, right? If you're not in a position or you don't want to do that, then maybe perhaps start saving your energy for some of the bigger events later. But again, I don't recommend that. I think efficiency is more important. You want to be on 0 energy whenever possible, but it is something that, you know, if you play a different way, we might want to consider that, right? So yeah, I am in preparation mode for what's coming up now. And as such, I'm probably going to bring back my free-to-play, my main OG free-to-play. I don't have it logged in right now, but there is a spot in my clan that I kind of want to bring back the OG free-to-play so we can start talking about it again. I've been very protective of that free-to-play, despite the fact that I've had a few promotional codes and things from my partnership with Game Leap. I have not used them on that free-to-play. I have no intention to use anything on that free-to-play. I want to keep that free-to-play as pure as possible, but I'm getting the itch to play it again. You know, I miss my nice and the awesome champions on that roster. So I do believe that I'm gonna hop back on that account. I still have not spent any money on that, and it's going to continue that way. It's very near and dear to my heart. I was tempted to get Elva, but I will not be doing so. So I think I might bring that back. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see the OG free-to-play come back. As far as a new free-to-play campaign, I'm going to wait and see what happens with Hell Hades Challenge and see if that might be a better opportunity to start a new free-to-play series rather than trying to start one right now before the holidays. But I will say this, if you are looking for a good time to start a new account, if you're looking to do free-to-play, now that we've gotten through this really busy, just activity-filled Turtles event, we might have a little bit of a lull and you might get a little bored and want to start a new account. Now is the time. There's a promo code or a link code that's in my description. I highly recommend using that. You get some really good champions to start. I've probably already had an ad play through this that explains that to you, but genuinely, this is a good time to use that because starting an account now is really fun because right around the corner is going to be where they give you gifts, and in those gifts they're usually shards, right? Usually books. They usually just give you some really, really good Christmas and holiday themed gifts, and that's a really good time to start a new account because you can get that head start, whether it's a book for your starter legendaries, whether it's some shards to pull to potentially do fusions, who knows? But I highly recommend considering that. And of course, for those of us playing, we can keep those in mind as well, that hey, we are probably going to get a sacred shard, maybe a couple of other shards in the near future, maybe a book or two. So just stuff to remember as we prepare ourselves. But I'm going to be kind of in save mode right now. Aside from news content, there isn't that much to talk about. My main account, is finally kind of caught up to where I want it to be. I'm consistent on Hydra, I'm consistent on Chimera, and on auto as well, so I don't need to sacrifice multiple hours out of my week just to manually grind Hydra. So with that said, I have time to start back up on the free-to-play, and I'll probably treat the free-to-play the same way. So I'm very excited. I kind of wish I didn't miss the turtle stuff on the free-to-play because Donatello would have been really good for my account, but who knows what lies around the corner for that account. So keep an eye out for that. I'm still deciding, and your comments today could matter. I'm actually recording this the morning that it's going to come out, which is new for me. That's not normal. Usually I record the night before it comes out, but I was so tired last night I fell asleep. So anyways, we'll call this a video. Going to be a bit of a short one, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. That shard pull the other day was amazing. If you missed it and you happen to see this video, go check out my shard pull. It was insane. I can't say enough about it. But thanks again for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It's the best way to support my channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.